it's time to get to our guest.
Official.
And I've actually never had this man as a guest.
Wow.
But
you've been a guest
we
on
got
his show.
so many levels of friendship as well because he's another motherfucker you can call to make sure shit is certified. And everybody can't certify the streets or just what's going on unless you really are living or have been a part of the mix of this culture that we call hip hop. Was it DJing first? Like, I'm sure the writing was first.
It's kind of like the same time.
Yeah. I actually got introduced to him through Guru, rest in peace, because he was like, yo, this dude be having the crazy new mixtape. They're more grimier than a Clue tape or a Ron G tape. His name is K Slay. I was like, K Slay? And he said, yeah, he got a double CD. I'm like, a double? And then he had a triple CD. Mm-hmm. People weren't doing that for mixtapes. K Slay is in the motherfucking MCM'd up, Louis'd up.
But his government name is Dez.
I did. And shout to, if you know your writing, Dez, look it up. This man is nasty when it comes to the fucking.
That's his government.
When it comes to writing, his graffiti is no joke.
Word.
Shout to all writers out there.
Yo, Slay, I want to ask you a question.
Sure.
Early in the game, because you was outside damn near before everybody. Early in the game, was the writers the one that connected everybody, the bombers? Because y'all was going all over the city for real.
I ain't gonna lie, it was kind of like the graffiti came before everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I think it was just more or less of what you felt like doing that day. You know, like.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but you from Harlem.
Yeah.
But when you used to go out to Brooklyn and right there, you hooked up with them Brooklyn dudes. You came to the Bronx and
I
right.
with Brooklyn like
right,
that.
but I'm saying
we had war back then.
Oh, okay.
Anybody know that Brooklyn and Uptown kind of clashed.
Okay.
on
So then when you went to the
situation.
Bronx, you hooked up with them Bronx dudes, and Bronx came to Harlem. So like it was connected.
Yeah.
The writers was connecting the streets together. Yeah, that's what I was told about older dudes from around
It was
my
kind
way.
of like gang culture, but just in a different aspect. You understand? Because the same things went on. Like when you ran into, like if we ran into a crew from Brooklyn and like that was crossing our shit out, it was on. You understand? Like it was really the same thing except for, you know, one day we might decide to go paint the subway cars. Next day we bring the equipment out in the park. Next day we throw on our T-shirts with our names on it and go to a different project and break dance against them. So it's really like, you know, what you wanted to do that day.
Right.
You know, some days we wanted to play basketball.
But the funny shit about being a graffiti artist, whatever you did, you still had your markers on you.
Oh yeah, whatever you did, that's right. You kept a flooded marker. I remember sometimes that shit used to drip all of my clothes. Be like, damn.
Did you have a favorite brand?
What you mean?
Like, you know, like Crank or, you know, as far as markers and stuff.
Oh, back then it was pilots. But you know, but any legendary cat, if you know when you took a pilot, you take the top out. Either you stab, you know, it up till it spread, so that way when you hit it,
it starts on the one.
It'll drip. Or sometimes you might just take the whole tip out. You know, you get a schoolboy eraser.
Yeah.
And put it in there. You know.
You know what I love about the history of you
graffiti
also, and again, shout to Crazy Legs. Look out for Porter Rock Steady coming in June. What I love about y'all's history that y'all lived, you know, prior to all the success and the money and everything, is just the fact that what you went through with tag, you know, and shout to Martha Cooper, who you told me as well is one of the official people that caught it on film.
Yeah, her and Henry Chalfant.
Yeah, shout to Henry Chalfant. He was here as a guest. You know, shout to Star Wars, which is another doc you need to see when it comes to that. Are those two that you figured? You would recommend to people to see to really get it?
Yeah, Star Wars was the first hip hop documentary.
Right, so, and that was Henry's, right?
Yeah, that was Henry Chalfant and Tony Silvers.
Okay, yeah, shout to them, man, and I even put my drops in here because I knew you were coming. Let me ask you this too. I remember me, you, and Showbiz had shout to Showbiz DITC. We had a debate on Instagram, which you schooled me because in Texas, I was saying in Texas certain artists are bigger than what was probably rocking here in New York. And we had the James Brown debate because obviously James Brown is a chapter of hip-hop. And when we were going back and forth, you're like, I'm not saying that he wasn't, but during our era of coming up, James Brown was not the sole sound of the era of music, but, you know, until later.
Yeah, when hip-hop started cracking, he was like the number one sampled.
Right.
But prior to that, don't forget we had Sly and the Family Stone. You understand? Like how we can't George Clinton. Like you understand what I'm saying? Like, and then we even had Rolling Stones,
right?
Like
Miss You and stuff like that.
Aerosmith. Like we had people that Undisputed Truth.
Oof.
Larry Graham Central Station. Like, you understand? So we couldn't just give it all to James.
Right.
Like, you couldn't do that because there was a lot of other people
that were banging those hard body in New York.
And we was rocking with them hard body karate.
Bob James too, right?
Are there any records that you consider like some theme music whenever you get when you used to hit the trains and stuff?
Man, to me, Apache
is like
always was the hip hop national anthem.
Right.
To me. Like, that was the hip hop national anthem. It was that
history, baby.
Without a doubt, because that's even before hip hop, started getting the name hip hop.
Yeah.
Apache was like the joint where, it was other records, Shaft in Africa, that was mean when you broke dance, Just Begun, Voodoo Non, all them joints, Tighten Up, Archie Bell and the Drells, all them joints when they came
up,
on.
And they from Houston, Texas.
Tighten
too.
Up. That was the joint. When they came on, Tighten Up. Like, niggas was going crazy.
Wow, I never knew that.
The footwork.
This is Archie Bell and the Drells. We from Houston, Texas.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Archie Bell and the Drells was lit out here.
I never knew that.
Yeah, I'm talking about that's like 75, 76.
Wow. No
before
records yet.
Cats was even really getting down. Before the footwork was standing up, the break dance and your move, your footwork, before they start going down. Those were the records right there.
I heard you on the Sway Sway in the Morning. You were saying that somebody had called in and asked you, would you? I know you starting to start writing again, but you said you wanted to wait till you got about 30 joints to maybe give an exhibit or something like that. Yeah. How deep are you into redoing it again?
I got about 6 or 7 of them, but I've been doing walls. All last summer I've been
I saw you putting it up. I saw you putting it up. Yeah.
But as far as doing a show, I don't want to have less than 30 pieces of artwork.
Of all shapes and sizes?
Yeah, that I could really get them, what I want to get them.
That's dope, man.
A complete body of work.
K Slay is here. Tell them what the name of the new EP is.
Name of it is Living Legend.
Yeah, I heard you on the radio, and I saw your post, and everybody that was on the song started posting it. So I'm like, yo, and I hit you up like, yo, I need this. And you sent it to me. I've been banging it for the last 2 weeks. Shout to all living legends out there. And K Slay, you a fucking living legend, brother.
Including yourself.
Thank you very much.
Live at headquarters.
Hey, yo, it's DJ K Slay, the drama king, the living legend, represent. Hey, yo, it's DJ K Slay, hey, yo, it's. Hey, yo, it's DJ. Hey, yo, it's DJ. Hey, yo, it's DJ K Slay, hey, hey, yo, it's DJ K Slay, 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 hey, yo, it's, 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 hey, yo, it's DJ K Slay, the drama king, the living legend, represent for the culture. The culture is a way of life. She Glooch, set it off.
Premier, DJ, Premier, it's been a while since Premier, DJ, Premier.